So, well played, Kalian. Well played.
Yeah,
Although,
very
you know,
nice.
a little late on the attacks, but still.
Alright. So, I don't know, a couple of things. Like, I think the game could have gone either way. It was just a matter of, like, when they attacked and when they didn't.
Right.
So,
I mean, one thing though is, Mihos, why did you make those units and not do anything with them?
yeah, I think the attack then, I mean, that would have, like, crippled Kalian. But, you know, he didn't, and, you know, then at the same time, Kalian took a long time to attack there. I think he was looking for a certain number of units. You know, he wanted to be sure, you know, whatever. I mean, sometimes it's better to be patient. So, I mean,
Right.
you know, you can kind of say whatever about it, but, I mean, he had
Both
so many
sides-
units and he could have gone in, and I think the outcome would have been the same.
Yeah, both sides had a lot of missed opportunities. We can just put it that way.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's jump into the next game.
All right, I'm ready whenever you are.
Alright, let me load it up. Either way, go Kalian. I'm only saying that. I'm only saying that because, you know, me and him are the lone silver players in this tournament, so. Okay, I'm all set.
All right.
Let me make sure overlay is good. No, it's not. Good thing I checked. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Okay, again, the random Zerg.
Yep.
So,
4 games now.
at this point, I'm pretty sure he's just picking Zerg. Like, I don't know. I mean, I haven't played against him, so I haven't been there when he's picking race, but he's always Zerg. But anyway, our random Zerg, on the left side here, this is Mihos, aka Mobius, but we'll probably just end up calling him Mihos because that's what I'm used to talking to him as.
Yep.
And on the bottom,
And bottom 7 o'clock, green Protoss, Kalian. Give a cheer for the silver.
Silver Love. No, I'm kidding. You can't really say that, but I mean, I'm just glad, you know, that, like, you know, he won.
Yeah, and we're back at Shadow Temple, actually.
Yeah, so again, reminder, this is loser bracket. So, Kalian's up 1-0 right now, and, you know, the loser of this game is out of the tournament. So, you know, this is kind of important just because, you know, you want to stay alive.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think they both scout each other and know they're, you know, they are proxy by air.
Alright. Again, Mihos 10 pool.
He does favor the temple.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about this map a little bit. Shadow Temple, they actually changed it from before. I think, what was it called before? Lost Temple or something?
You know, I don't know. I don't actually remember what that was. I didn't ladder a whole hell of a lot for a while, so.
Oh, okay. Well, if you swing by to the to either one of their naturals, right? There used to, well, actually, the Kalian's natural. There used to be a wall here. There used to be a cliff here, instead of these destructible rocks in the ramp. There was just this huge ass cliff, and the problem was, you know, a Terran player. Think about it. Siege, even a Thor could, you know, they could just park a Thor here and just hit your natural.
Yeah. Well, nobody likes Terrans, so that's okay.
Exactly.
We
Everyone
just like
thinks Terran
Protoss less, that's all.
Alright, so Kalian again going with that gateway inside his base, dropping down the side.
He doesn't wall off again. I mean, that's the other thing. And he doesn't know he's Zerg, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Just saying, Kalian, but if you don't do this, you are going to get Zerglings in your base.
Yeah, like if he knows that you're gonna do this like all the time, instead of throwing on that Roach Warren, he would just spam lings and stop making drones, and you're dead. So, yeah, future reference. If you ever play a Zerg as Protoss, I probably shouldn't say this because I'm Zerg and basically I'm a traitor, but you need to wall off. Like, you have to wall off. Because all Zerg has to do, and there are a lot of them on the ladder, they're just like 6 pool. You know, and they're not all named Idra either. So, you know, they'll just fucking rape you every time if you do this.
I don't think I've actually ever seen Idris 6-4.
Oh, yes, he did. In a tournament, he did.
You did?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, he did. I forgot what tournament it was, but like he's 6 pool like 3 games in a row or something.
Alright, so let's take a look. Mihos has his Roach worn down. Again, spamming 4 Roaches this early in the game.
Yeah. So I mean, he's taking an economic hit, but the thing is, like, this isn't bad, because you know, there's plenty of people that do this, but generally they do it with the second hatch up. You know, you get one inject off of your main, and then you have your second hatch, and then as soon as you get the larva, you save the larva, you have 7 roaches, you pop them up right away, and then you do that. So that's generally what happens, but the reason why that's better is because you have the second hatchery up, so you can drone behind it. And
here's the thing
so
I
he's
don't
not
like
doing
about
this.
Here's the thing I don't like about the roaches, okay? If you look, right, his roaches have to travel all the way down the ramp across the map.
Kalian's also going to see this with his probe.
Right, he's going to see it. You just have such a long distance to go with your roaches. I mean, why not tech up to mutas quickly? Because look at the distance from by air.
Well, let's see if he holds him off at the force field.
I think if he's paying attention, he definitely will. The 4 roaches come down, you know, they're joining the lings, actually. 2 lings down here.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what Kalian's going to try and do in response. He's getting some stalkers, that's good.
Yep, he's got a couple of stalkers
And he can
out.
just force field him in. Yeah, there you go. Good job. Good job. Just buying time for more stalkers.
Yep, park. Good. Park your stalkers right there.
Yeah, and as long as he keeps the force field up, that's it. And there's nothing much that Mios can do about it. And Mios is throwing more roaches at this instead of making drones. See, at this point, like, Mios can just run back home, cut his losses. He's only lost, what, 2 roaches? You know, not a huge deal.
No.
You know, I mean, granted, it's gonna put him down in like, you know, workers and whatnot, but there's not really much he can accomplish here.
No. What he can do, though, is, okay, now, in my opinion, after he faced those losses, you've been like, okay, I'm going to park my roaches down here. You're not going to expand. I'm going to expand behind it.
Right.
If you throw up an expansion,
And he does now, yeah.
He does now, but it's a little late, because he already produced another 4 roaches. Now,
Right.
roaches are like, what, 125 minerals or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's an investment that could have gone elsewhere. It's 75-25. But I mean, pretty much for every 2, he could have made 3 drones. Is pretty much the way to look at it.
Right.
So.
Or think of it this way: those 4 roaches could have been that nexus, could have been that hatchery earlier.
Yeah. So Kalian here is just, you know,
Wow,
just
he's going
making
to
a ton of units.
5 gates.
Yeah.
5 gate in a robo. I'm wondering if you're trying
Use
to all
your
in.
chrono, dude. I kind of like this from Kalian. It looks like he wants to expand, so he's trying to just clear out what's over there. And that's good, and he had enough units, it really didn't matter.
No, and Miho's not paying attention, loses the 4 roaches. Again, you know,
Well, they didn't have roach speed, so it really didn't matter.
That's true.
So
That's
it was
true.
kind of whatever. So he just took whatever shots he could, and that was it.
That's true.
The only thing he could have done is, like, focus those roaches on a sentry and tried to pick off 1 at least.
Right.
Yeah. Mios
So it
with
looks
a
like-
flock of overlords flying around.
A flock.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what you call a group of them.
A murder? I don't know.
Fuck, I don't know.
A swarm?
Look at them, they're so fucking ugly, man. Look at that shit. Look at that.
A fledgling?
Alright, well anyway, Kalian's just, he throws on his Nexus, he's taking out these rocks. Looks like he just wants to be ready to pick up a 3rd, whenever he wants. Just so he's not idle with his units, so not a bad idea. Mios could be doing the same, actually, taking on his rocks, just so he's ready to do it, since his units aren't doing anything right now. And
He's actually going to Spire.
Yeah. See, now, here's the thing with Spire. Is it a good idea on 2 bases? Yes. You can do it on 2 bases, and it's actually really popular in ZVZ. But, here's the thing. You don't have the drones to support this. He has 18. He's not really mining a whole lot of gas. I mean, he has 2, but I mean, when you have mutas, you need to have at least 3 gas. And you need to have, like, 2 saturated bases to be able to do it effectively, to, like, get out a good number all at once. Because with mutas, you need to surprise them. That's really what it is.
Yep. I mean, mutalists, you know, are expensive little motherfuckers.
But they're great on this map.
They are. It's wide open.
Yeah. And
Plenty of room to maneuver.
we're right behind the mineral pass in your main. I mean, if you fly over and you just kind of box them, and there's no cannon or anything, you know, an overseer, I mean, he can just basically bring them in, and you know, he won't even see him, and he'll go straight to his mineral line. So yeah, it's a good idea, but again, you know, he's only able to make 4 at a time here, and again, limited by the gas. That's a big thing, and he can't get more gas because he doesn't have a lot of drones. So it's kind of like Yeah, I don't know, Mihos. You probably should just sat there and droned. You know, take the
Yep.
chance, drone up, hope he doesn't attack, and you know, whatever. Or try and turtle because you have roaches. You know, and just try and defend.